come on in. I'm just going to do some quick cake decorating this afternoon, early evening. Hey, Tony Dimples. How you doing? You said you at work? I know that's right. That's what I was doing this morning, which is why I'm running behind because I had to work a little bit this morning. But I did promise you guys that I was going to do some cake decorating live today. And I was trying to get in 2 cakes, but the way my time set up, because I am running behind and the party starts at can you guys see me okay? I'm not stalling, am I? And the party starts at 5 and it's already what time? 3:07. This one is a yellow cake with chocolate frosting. A yellow cake, chocolate frosting. I'm doing 2 cakes actually. Now, whether I get to decorate them both live for you guys, that'll be a challenge because again, I am running a little behind. But if I don't get to do the other one live, I will at least record it. But right now I'm just doing my first layer of the cake. But this one is going to be this chocolate, this yellow cake with chocolate frosting is actually going to be a fall type of design. You know, with fall colors, orange, browns, gold, green. You know, gotta have some green in there for the leaves. What other color I got? Orange, gold, green, brown. Yeah. So I'm just getting the frosting on this first layer. Ooh, and the chocolate smells so good. Of course, you know, all the frosting has got to be homemade. Can't have a cake without homemade frosting, chap. And it is a 3-layer cake. Both the cakes I'm doing today are 3 layers. And they're giving away, they're going to be given away. And I don't know if you guys ever heard of a cakewalk. Cakewalk is kind of like musical chairs. It's like a musical chairs game. And whoever wins in the rounds of musical chairs, they get to pick a free cake. So for the event every year for my church, because it's at my church, we're having a Halloween trick or trunk party, especially since it's like, you know, COVID. It's a little bit safer to have a trick or trunk where, you know, a whole bunch of cars, a whole bunch of trucks gather around in the same spot and they load their trunks up with candy. And of course, all the kids stop by each trunk to, get their candy. So I bought a whole bunch of candy because my truck is going to be one of the ones used for the trick or trunk. And you get like a prize for whoever has the best decorated vehicle. So my son is going to help me decorate my vehicle. I got everything I need sitting by the front door. So he should be home soon. He's going to put a whole bunch of stickers on my car. And then once we get to the church, because there's like some bigger decorations that has to go on the car, but I can't, of course, drive with those on the truck. So once we get to the church, we're going to finish the rest of the decorations. But so hopefully your girl will win. Your girl will win. Hopefully. And I was going to go really, Halloween-y. If it was like drop some frosting. If it was like a regular Halloween trick or trunk, like for the well, it is for the community, but you know what I mean. If it wasn't at church or on church grounds, I would have went all out with all kind of spooky stuff, and you know. But it is at church, so I didn't break out with the ghouls and goblins and the witches and you know all those kind of designs, because that's what I had in mind first. And even though the person who's putting it all together said, yeah, sure, just decorate it whatever way you want. And I was like, are you sure? Can I really decorate my vehicle however I want, being it's on church property? Because I didn't want it too ghoulish, you know? Because everybody already don't celebrate Halloween, you know, because of what some people consider that it represents. So I toned it down. I got something more kiddie-ish, but it's still going to be cute. And even if I don't win, it's just fun to do, you know, for the kids, especially in the climate that we're in right now, where, you know, a lot of people aren't doing a whole lot because a lot of people still are trying to stay at home, you know, still trying to social distance as much as they can. So, you know. But yeah, right now I'm decorating the first cake. It's a chocolate cake. And I'm just putting the crumb coat on. And for those of y'all who know about cakes, of course, the crumb coat is the first layer that you don't really do too thick, because the crumb coat is just to cover up the crumbs on the cake. This is especially necessary if you're using a chocolate cake, yellow cake, because all those crumbs, you don't want them to come through the frosting. But yeah, this first one is going to be kind of fall designs, fall colors. Then the next cake I'm doing is a strawberry cake. So that one is going to have like strawberries on it and, you know, stuff like that. So with the crumb coat, you just kind of lightly go around. And I always forget my large cake spreader, so I'm going to have to go get that in a second. But yeah, Tony Dimples, this one is a yellow cake. A lot of people like yellow cake. A lot of people like yellow cake with chocolate frosting. I've learned that over the years. And those of you who have been following me for a while, especially on my cake decorating page and my cake decorating YouTube channel, y'all know I don't even really eat cake. I just like making them. I like making them and making them look pretty for other people. That's what I like to do. So no, I'm not really a cake eater, which people always find surprising. Like, how you make cakes and you don't eat cake? Spreading this around, just getting the chocolate on the cake. And I'm gonna wash my hands real quick and grab my spreader. Okay. I got my big spreader. So I go around and even out the frosting. Okay. Put a little bit more on the sides. But yeah, this cake is gonna be pretty cute. Pretty cute. And again, they're free. So a lot of people buy cakes from the store. Some people make some at home, like bundt cakes, pound cakes, regular cakes. And then some people go to the store and they purchase them at the store, for the party. But since I'm a cake decorator, obviously, for the events, I always just go ahead and make a few cakes, knock a few cakes out. So that is the crumb coat. I'm gonna smooth this out. Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. We ain't doing nothing but just making some cakes. Just making some cakes. Well, I already made the cakes. I'm just decorating them now. This first cake is a yellow cake. As I was telling Tony Dimples, it's yellow cake with chocolate frosting. Just smoothing it around. Put a little bit more frosting at the top. Oh, this chocolate smells so good. It ain't nothing like homemade frosting. Nothing like homemade frosting, y'all. Y'all better know it. Kind of smoothing it around. And on this cake, again, this is going to be the fall design cake. I'm going to throw a few colorful things on here. Make it real pretty. But how's everybody's day going? I hope everybody's having a good day. Some of these blemishes off of here. The hardest part of the cake to always perfect is always the border. That's why a lot of people put their decorations on the side of the border. So let me get my first tip out. See what we're going to do her. We're going to start off with a little grass. You said, oh, I already read that comment. Now, I'm hoping, let's see, it's 3:21. So I'm not going to do too much talking, y'all, while I'm decorating. So if y'all want to come in, dip out, comment in the chat. I'll look up every now and then to read my comments. But other than that, I got like an hour to decorate 2 cakes. Y'all who've been following me for a while know that I can really pop some cakes out. Yes, she can. Yes, she can. So, just putting a little, again, putting some grass around the border of the cake. A little bit more ice in the bag. But I hope everybody's having a wonderful Sunday. Are any of you planning on going to any Halloween parties, or were those last night? I know here in our city of Omaha, there was several Halloween parties this weekend. I saw people like my friends on Facebook posting pictures of their costumes and of their kids' costumes. I think a lot of people who got small kids, I think they mainly have something at their school. You know how it is every year, the kids dress up at school and they go door to door in the school throughout the entire school and do their trick-or-treating, which is a really safe environment. I like that. But I don't know anybody, not saying people aren't, but I don't know anybody personally who is actually taking their kids out to trick or treat out, like door to door. Now maybe there's some things going on at the malls or something like that. Maybe, I don't know. I do not know. Okay, who is this calling me? Like be with you. Okay. See what color I want to do now. The little gold. A little gold flower on here. I think I'm going to start right here. We're going to go down the side of the cake. Oh. A little bit more. Hey everyone. Hey Vibrant. How you doing? I hope everybody is well. Y'all can see what we doing. Getting a little cake decorating in for an event for my church today. And we have an event called Trick or Trunk, where a lot of people come to the same location, pop their trunks open, decorate their cars for Halloween for the kids, and hand out candy. And it's going to be at our church today. And it is a public event. So it's not just the church members. I have been advertising it on my The Hood Table Facebook page and on my regular personal Facebook page for people to bring their kids out in the community, especially those who, have a fear of going to too many places, being that we still are dealing with, the pandemic. So it's understandable. A lot of people don't want their kids to be everywhere. So if you are in Omaha, Nebraska, come on down to 30th and Hamilton, as we like to call it, the corner of Hope, to Greater New Hope Missionary Baptist Church. Yes. And get them kiddos some candy. Me personally, I got 5 big old bags of candy in my trunk because I'm going to decorate my trunk as well. Again, as soon as my son gets here, I'm going to decorate my trunk. But he's going to start doing the decorating on my car while I'm doing these cakes, because I got this cake and then I got another cake to make. The next cake that I'm making is just a strawberry cake. It's just going to be a white cake with some strawberries on it and stuff. It's strawberry on the inside, and it's going to be a white vanilla buttercream on the outside. And this cake is, for those of you who might have just came in, this cake is a yellow cake, chocolate frosting, homemade, of course. Homemade, child. Homemade, child. I'm just putting a little grass on the cake, a little grass decoration. We're trying to do like a fall theme here with this cake. Yes, child. Let's see, Viber. He said, Yeah, Trick or Trunks is fun. Now, I think most cities do stuff like that because we definitely do that here in our city every year. Different organizations, they do it. And let's see. Okay, what tip do I need now? And so it's not just our church that does it, but I'm sure there are plenty of other organizations around the city, because again, different organizations do it generally every year. And I hope y'all can hear me okay, because I got the mic kind of up there away from the cake. But yeah, a lot of places do it every year. I'm gonna let y'all see the other side of this cake as soon as I. And I like being with you. I don't know why I got that Janet Jackson song in my head. Can y'all see that okay? I know I'm not in the, I need some better lights. So just bear with you, girl. Bear with you, girl. But I hope you guys can see that okay. You say, yes, Lord, the cascading roses is everything. Thank you. Thank you. I love doing cascaded roses, especially on a wedding cake. Now, I ain't did no wedding cake in a while. And I can, say that that's mostly due to a lot of people weren't getting married. A lot of people weren't doing a lot of big events for a long time, or they were, just getting married, going to the courthouse, not really doing anything big, waiting until the pandemic was over with. So I can understand that as well. But yeah. So I'm just throwing some decorations on the side here. Again, these are free cakes. I'm not selling them, but I treat my free cakes for events, like community events. I treat them the same way I do any other, if somebody was paying for a cake, I try to do my very best. And even though we're on a restricted time limit, we got this. We got this. Yes, we do. Yes, Lord. Okay, now let me see. My big tip. Okay, here we go. So you have, that's your brand. Oh, putting some brown leaves on here. It is fall. You gotta have your brown leaves. Now I'm going to use a Russian tip. I can't even tell what number it is because the tip cover is over it. But I'm about to use a Russian flower tip. Russian tips are really cool. They're a lot fancier than, you know. Okay, where's my... Okay, then we got a number 7 tip that we're going to use. Oh, stir this frosting up some more. Okay. You said I don't have decorating tools. I just use butter knife, toothpaste, whatever. Oh yeah, you gotta hey Colette, how you doing? Yeah, if you wanna if you really into cake decorating, one of the places that I go to a lot in our neck of the woods is, of course, Party City. Everybody has a Party City. Also, Mango Sense. Now, I don't know if you guys have a Mango Sense, but if you don't have one in your location, they do have where you can place orders online. But yeah, Mango Sense is a great place to get tools for cake decorating. Just add a little, I say yellow, I meant to say gold. Yeah, it's got a little gold on here. A little gold on here. Put a little on the sides. But yeah, this is my favorite pastime. I love cake decorating. Love, 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 love. Putting these gold, like pearls. I'm going to read your comments in a second. Just trying to get this side done. You said she liked Michael's. Oh, yeah, Michael's. I like Michael's too, but Michael's don't have everything a cake decorator really truly needs. And a lot of times I would go to Michael's and I would be wasting my time. So I don't really go to Michael's at all anymore. I don't think I've been to Michael's in maybe 5 years. Okay, that one's done. Y'all think it's okay? Let me lift the screen up a little bit so y'all can really see it. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to throw a little more grass on here. But yeah, Michael's is cool for a lot of decorating stuff. I just don't use them too much for cakes. Maybe like costumes or gardening or, you know, things like that. But making clothes, blinging out some shoes, you know, stuff like that. But generally, I love my Hobby Lobby. Oh, did I forget about Hobby Lobby, y'all? Oh yeah, Hobby Lobby, definitely a great place for you to get some cake decorating stuff. So Hobby Lobby, Mango Sense, Party City. Yeah, those are like my top 3 places. Get all your piping tips for your cake designs. I have so many piping tips, it's crazy. Okay, just putting a little bit more grass at the bottom. This grass tip is my favorite also, especially when I'm doing sport themed cakes. Like during football season, people be ordering football cakes for their Super Bowl. So I love the grass tip. I mean the grass tip. Okay, that'll be it for that one. Now let me throw this bad boy in the fridge. Put it in the freezer. That's a tip for y'all who might be into decorating cakes. Put your cake in the freezer for about 5 minutes. So that all those freshly piped designs will stiffen up. And we got one more cake. Okay, one moment, y'all. Get rid of some stuff. Let's see. It is 3:47. Ooh, that's still good timing. Okay, here I come. Okay. Okay, let me see. The cake is easier to decrumb for me. That way with cookies, it helps them not to break it. Because I hold them while I decorate since I don't have tools. I freeze my cakes and cut out cookies. Oh, okay. That's what's up. That's okay. That is quite all right. Okay, y'all. We about to do the last cake. Of course, we always start with, that's too much. Start with putting a little icing on the cake board so your cake don't slide around. That's like cake decorating tip 101. Just a little bit in the middle. So this is cake number 2. For those of y'all who missed me decorating the other cake ahead of this one. Woo, shit. Woo, about to drop the frosting on, child. Can't lose no frosting. No sir, no ma'am. But yeah, for those of you who just missed me decorating the first cake, if you want, you can rewind. But yeah, Vibrant, as far as the cake crumbs or the crumb coat, it is absolutely necessary. If you can't get like that cake that I just did, you saw that I covered the crumb coat, covered the cake, and it was I covered it pretty good because of the fact I was using chocolate frosting. It covered pretty good, but in situations where you do that first layer on the outside of the cake and you still see all kind of crumbs through the cake, especially if the cake is a different color than the frosting, then yeah, after you do that first thin layer around the cake, then put it in the freezer for about 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes, and then go around the cake with another layer. And if you still see some crumb coats, do it all over again. Do another layer. And put it back in the freezer for about 10, 15 minutes. But yeah, when it comes to the middle of the cake, on the inside of the cake, like what I'm doing now, of course, it doesn't have to be perfect inside. You just try to make it all one level, because you don't want your cake to be tilting on one side when you're done with it. So yeah, we just, there you go. And of course, the bottom of the cake faces up. Every layer after that faces down. He said, my sister-in-law used the sheets of fondant Store bought. I don't like it, but it looks pretty when she does. Oh yeah, I use fondant too. It just depends on who's requesting the cake. Some people don't like fondant because it don't taste as good as frosting, of course. But fondant can make a cake go from looking like a $50 cake to a $300 cake if you know what you're doing. But yeah, if you go on my Tanya's Delights Slice by Slice Facebook page or my IG, Tanya Tanya Delights DELIGHTS. If you go on my Tanya's Delights Facebook page or my IG, you can scroll through all the different cakes and cupcakes and candies and all kind of stuff I made. And a lot of my stuff, especially my cupcakes, especially for kids, my kitty orders with kitty cartoon designs and stuff like that. Yeah, those are made with fondant. But for the most part, most people who order cakes, they don't literally care for fondant. And on top of that, a fondant cake costs like 3 times the amount of a cake that's iced with just frosting. Because fondant by itself, one box of the average size fondant costs about probably between $7 to $10. And even if you make the fondant yourself, some people make fondant by themselves. Ain't nothing wrong with that, but it's very time consuming. It's very time consuming. So most people like me and a lot of other people, they buy the fondant already made. Then you just got to get it home, roll it out, and decorate it how you want to decorate it. But yeah, it's almost 4 o'clock. If I'm done by 4:15, I'm good. And this cake isn't going to be as decorated as the last one. It's a strawberry cake, so it's not going to have all those different colors. So that one took me a while longer. This cake is just going to be white. Just white. And it's going to have some strawberries on the top. You said, I think the homemade frosting tastes better than the fondant. Oh, yeah. Most definitely. Yeah, I think the only time I ever bought frosting at the store was probably when I was maybe 19, 20 years old. And I was just making a cake. I didn't really know about making cakes. I just bought a cake, bought a box of cake mix, came home, made the cake. And I probably was about 20 and used the frosting. And at that moment, I was like, ugh, this frosting is all hard. And then if you melt it to try to get it a little lighter, it was just horrible. So I didn't really make cakes too much until I really got into cake decorating years later. And that's when I realized, bump that frosting in the store. Now, if you just, regular person, don't really know much about cake decorating, and you just want to make a cake for your house, for the kiddos. Yeah, those things are frosting at the store. Okay, I guess. You said I will make a glaze before I use that cake. That can frosting is horrible. Horrible. And the thing about it is, homemade frosting is like the easiest thing to make. If you can make a whole soul food spread I mean, like, different ethnical foods, Chinese, Thai, Japanese, soul food, greens, stuff like that. If you can cook, I guess that's what I'm saying. If you can cook, then you can make a cake and you can make frosting. Because if I had a choice of, like, if it's a big event and somebody said you either cook the side dishes or you do the cake decorating, I'll be all over the cake decorating. Sure would. And I can cook. Don't get me wrong. I can cook. Shoot, I took after my mama. Cooking and baking. Took after my mama. May she rest in peace. Uh-oh, I left my other thing over here. Yes, may my mother rest in peace. But yeah, my mother loved to cook. I think my mom was one of those people who liked to see people eat, like to see the expression on people's face when they enjoying a good meal. I think that's the kind of person my mother was. Because she would always make a meal, whether it's a 3-course, 4-course, holiday, whatever. And she would always, maybe that's where I get that from. Because she would cook and then she would sit down and enjoy everybody else eating. And she would never eat until maybe later that night after everybody's done eating. So maybe that's where I get that from. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, give me a second. I'm going to see if there's some more comments out there. Just trying to put the crumb coat on this cake. And usually when I'm decorating cakes, I don't be, the cake be lower, closer to me. This cake is kind of elevated so you guys can see. And so I can see the comments on the screen. But normally I'm standing over the cake. Okay. It's about a good crumb coat right there. What do I want to do with this cake? I know I want to use some of my grass. And I want to use some of my brown for some petals. Because we're going to have strawberries on this bad boy. You said the cake decorating is second nature. I love to feed my family. I'll later stick to by the time I'm done. If they ever taste worse, they would really never want cake. Yeah. And you know what? I'm glad you said that, Vibrant, because now I don't like to be, hating on the stores or nothing. Because if you can't afford to get a professionally custom designed cake, then definitely by all means go to Walmart, Costco, or whatever chain store is in your neighborhood. Definitely do that. But when you're dealing with those stores, you know that they order their frosting in bulk. So, and they keep it, they can keep it up to like 6 months in the freezer. So a lot of times if you ever ordered a cake from one of those chain grocery stores, and sometimes the frosting tastes good, sometimes the frosting don't taste good, sometimes it's too sweet, just different issues from time to time, that's why. And of course the cakes are not made fresh either in the chain stores. Those are also delivered frozen. And when they come to the store, Then the stores, they decorate. If the cake isn't already decorated, when it got to the store, then the stores, they have you pick out a design if it's for your kid, whatever design you want. And they throw a few pictures on there or. But yeah. But yeah, before I started doing cake decorating, my mother used to make the birthday cakes for everybody. And then once she passed, I bought a few cakes from like different stores and I wasn't really impressed. So I said, I'm going to learn how to do cakes myself. And that's what I did. That's exactly what I did. It said just buy a pound cake and make some homemade whipped cream and even ice. Mm-hmm. Okay, I think I'm on my last layer for the side. Okay. Okay, where's my other frosting? Okay. Let me put this in the freezer for a tad. Okay, let me see. Just gonna box up this other cake that I did already. Okay, one cake down. And actually, let me read some of the comments. Pull the phone up. Hold on, I'm gonna pull you up on the phone. Hey, Johnny, the one and only. That cake is amazing. Thank you. I don't know if you're still in here. How do you get the Coke? Oh, how do you get the cake off of there? I do mine on the plate I'm using to serve and just put part. Oh no, you gotta buy cake decorating boards. Yeah, you gotta buy cake decorating boards. Yeah, you put your cake decorating board down on your Lazy Susan. This is a Lazy Susan. You can't be a cake decorator without one of these, boy. And then you put the like my cake was on a silver or was on a gold cake border or cake board, and they come in all that kind of different colors. Most people just use the white cake boards. You can buy them in packs, but for special occasions or holidays, I use like a color cake board, like gold or silver or yeah, you got to order those, or buy them from a cake store or Walmart. Go to the cake decorating section at Walmart. I'll be back in a second. I'm washing out a pan. I'll be over there in a second. Okay, hold on, you guys. I actually have to, let me see here. I'm in my other refrigerator, which is next to my table, so y'all can't see that one. But yes, I have two refrigerators in my kitchen. I'm gonna make some more frosting. Make some more frosting because I'm running low. So just give me a second. And I'm gonna hit mute so you guys don't hear the blender. I'm gonna hit mute. Yeah, the decorated cakes that are personally hand decorated or personally custom made, they are very expensive. But I'm gonna hit mute so you guys don't hear the blender. cake number 2. I just have to make some more frosting for my cake because I underestimated how much I needed. But let's get back started on this cake because we got about 10 minutes to decorate this second cake. And if y'all missed me decorating that beautiful cake a little while ago, the other cake that I did, just rewind. But yeah, Vibrant Low, I don't know if you're still here. And yes, this your girl Tanya. But I don't know if you're still here. But yeah, when you're decorating cakes, I know you told me how did I easily lift the cake up. But yeah, you can see I got the cake on a cake board. So yeah, whenever you're decorating a cake, you should have it on a cake board. And make sure the cake is wider. Make sure the cake board is wider than the cake. So this cake that I made and the other cake that I just finished decorating, they're both 9-inch round cakes. So you want to get your cake board like 12-inch round. That way, especially if you're putting like a border on the bottom of the cake. If you're putting a border on the bottom of the cake, then, it has enough room for your beautiful border on the bottom. Otherwise, when you put the cake on the border, if it's the same size or close to the same size as the cake, it's going to be looking a little weird. And your cake box too, the box that you're going to carry your cake in, make sure that's also bigger than the circumference of your cake. So this is a 9-inch cake. So it's on a 12-inch cake board, and it's going to be in a 12-inch box. And as I usually do, I'm just throwing frosting on the side as usual. We smooth it out later. But yeah, you just throw the frosting on the side. We already did the crumb coat. After we did the thin crumb coat, we put it in the freezer for about 10 minutes. I had it in the freezer while I was making more frosting. See, as you look at the cake, it's just frosting sticking out on the sides. Then you take your scraper, take your cake scraper, and you want to wrench around the whole cake with your other arm as far as you can reach, because you don't want to stop that circle. And you go all the way around so you can get a smooth finish on the side of your cake. And we're going to do this several times to see if we need more frosting, if the whole entire cake is even. So you reach all the way around as far as you can with your other arm. Take your scraper so you can go one circle. Because if you start and stop, you're going to have these indentations ever so often on the side of the cake. See how smooth it gets when you do that? Then we go across the top. Yes, buddy. Now this is a strawberry cake with vanilla, homemade vanilla frosting, vanilla buttercream. The last cake that y'all saw me make, of course, had the chocolate buttercream and all kind of other colors because it was a fall festive cake design that I did on the last cake. And again, if you missed that at the beginning of the show, just rewind. This cake is going to be a strawberry cake, so it's going to be mainly just white. Yes, buddy. I think I might need a little bit more powdered sugar in there. Sometimes I even use my elbow when I'm holding the cake board, because when you take your hand all the way to the back and you want to get one full swipe to not stop your flow, sometimes I put my elbow on the cake board. This comes with years of practice, of course. Years of practice. especially when you got short arms. When your arm run out, you use that elbow. How to say it? You know, when you work real hard, you elbow grease. But we ain't putting our elbow on the cake. That's on the cake border. Make sure we clear that. So, one more time. Got my hand way to the back. We're going to do one more swipe, and we about done with this outside of the cake. Okay. And now, that's the soft part of the frosting. I'm going to stiffen it up a little bit with a little bit more powdered sugar. Let me get my powdered sugar. Because we're going to put some rosettes. Stir a little powdered sugar in there. We're going to put some rosettes on the side, and your rosettes cannot be too soft. Otherwise, they'll fall off the side of the cake. So, stir this powdered sugar in here. And I'm getting powder all on my shirt. Thank you, Vibrant. Yes, that is my homemade white buttercream. And the thing about it when it comes to a white frosting, the buttercream it's white, but it's like, it has a little tint to it because, of course, the butter. But, for example, if you wanted to do a really, really, really white cake, and some people prefer a super, super white cake for their weddings, especially for weddings. So if you're doing a super, super white cake, do not use the brown vanilla flavor when you make your frosting. Use the clear vanilla flavor when you're making your frosting for a really, really, really white cake. But yeah, the brown vanilla flavor that most people use in their desserts, if you want a really white cake, you cannot use that brown vanilla flavor. You have to use the clear vanilla flavor. And the clear vanilla flavor, if you use McCormick's, it tastes just the same as the brown vanilla. So yeah, we're just going around the bottom of the cake, putting a little border on it. And it is 4:27. I'm still on pretty good timing because the party starts at 5. And of course, it don't ever start on time. And it's at church, so you know how that goes. But I'm going to get there still by 5 because my church is only like 10 minutes from my house. But yeah, I really like the first cake that I did. That's super cute. I got to make sure I take pictures before I leave the house. Or I'll probably just take a picture when I get it at the church. That way I don't have to take it back out the box because the other cake is in the box right now in the fridge. And everybody come on in. This your girl Tanya from the Hood Table. And from Tanya's Delight Slice by Slice. Those of you who are new to my channel, I am a personal custom cake decorator. And I have other YouTube channels. And one of my other YouTube channels is my cake decorating channel, which is called Tanya's Delights Slice by Slice. And to make perfect rosettes, use your 2M tip. You push down in the middle and circle round. Push down in the middle, circle round to make the perfect rosette. looks harder than it really is, but it's really not that hard. And I had just enough icing bags. I can't believe how long it's been since I did a lot of cake decorating. I know some people, I know some people still was like baking like normal, making cakes like normal throughout COVID. I really was not too much. Social distancing, so I had kind of stopped making cakes. But I don't know. I got my shot. So every now and then when somebody say, Tanya, can you hook me up with one of your delicious homemade cakes? I'd be like, I gotcha. But yeah, I'm definitely not doing as many orders as I used to because, again, of the pandemic. And then you never know, like, you might have the shot, but then your customer, they might not have a shot. They might not want to have a shot, and you can't force anybody to have a shot. So I'll just be trying to practice safe measures, you know, that's all. That is all. Let's see, Vibrant, you said white cakes are so festive. Yes, they are. You can never go wrong. Yes, you can never go wrong with a white cake, especially if you can get it like you see how my sides are like perfect. Like, you know, after you frost it, after you put your, that's why the crumb coat that we was talking about, Vibrant, the crumb coat is so important when you're making cakes, and especially with a white frosting, because you just want it to be so smooth, you know, not showing really no imperfections. And sometimes, no matter who you are, no matter how great you are at cake, sometimes it might be a little bit of imperfection that maybe you even might only really pick up on. But yeah, when it comes to right frosting, white cakes can look so gorgeous. And I'm going to add a little grass to this cake because I'm going to put some, let's see, do I get enough frosting in here? I'm going to put some, I think it might be clogged up. Let me, hold on, y'all. Yeah, that tip was sitting for a minute, so it got a little clogged up. Okay, here we go. Just have to take that icing out. So I'm doing a little grass like I did on my other fall cake, but this is only because I'm putting some strawberries and some fruit on here. So just going around with the grass. I'm using my grass tip. Which is one of my favorite tips. So yeah, we're just gonna put a little grass. And then I'm gonna wash my hands and we're gonna get our fruit on here. So I'll be back after I wash my hands. And I have my fruit, which I already washed off and drained. It's been sitting in the refrigerator. So we got strawberries because it is a strawberry cake. So we're going to put our strawberries around. And whenever you put fruit on your cakes, make sure that you wash them really well. Drain them. Rinse them off, drain them, you know. And I'm going to put a few squirts of frosting. I'm just squirting the frosting on the top so I can put the other fruit on there. So this is not a decoration. This is just going to be something for the other fruit to sit on. Okay, so we got a few raspberries. We got a few blueberries. Yes, yes, sir, yes, ma'am. There we go. And you definitely want to put this in your put this in the fridge after you're totally done decorating it. We're gonna add a little gold around the strawberries. Just give it a little fall colors. You know, when the leaves turn, the leaves look gold, right? Let me get some more gold. Yes, the leaves turn gold, so gold, brown, you know. So now what we're going to do, last thing we're going to do, I'm going to use a little brown. A little brown for some leaves, because this is a fall themed cake, just like my last cake. So we're going to put some leaves on the side. And I hope y'all been keeping track of the time for me because my event starts at 5. Thank God I already showered and everything I need to do before I came live with you guys because I knew I would barely be cutting it close. So basically I just need to change my shirt, which has like frosting and stuff all over it. There we go. Put a little leaves on the bottom. And this is why you make your cake board. Make sure your cake board is always wider than your cake. So you can put all those nice fancy border designs on the bottom. Okay. I think we're done, y'all. I think we're done. Woo woo, 2 cakes. What time did we start? We started at 3:15. Yeah, we started at 3:15. 2 cakes down. Your girl is good. She does it again. And of course, if you follow me on my cake decorating page, again, Tanya's Delight Slice by Slice on Facebook. Just putting that cake in the freezer for about 10 minutes so the icing can stiffen. But yes, if you follow me, hold on. Woo, child. If you follow me on my cake decorating page, Tanya's Delight Slice by Slice, or on IG or on YouTube, I post all the pictures of my cakes when I'm done on Facebook and IG. So you can get a close glimpse of the cakes. I put it on Facebook and IG. Tanya's Delight Slice by Slice. Yes, it is 4:41. Party starts at 5. It's only 10 minutes from my house. I'm gonna box this other cake up, switch some clothes because I got frosting and stuff on me. Run and drop these cakes off, and then get ready to hand out some candy to the kiddos at my church. So on that note, everybody, thanks for tuning in with me. I'm all out of breath, y'all, because I was like decorating really fast. Barbara said you are fast with that pipe. Man, years of experience. Years of experience. You should see me on the holidays. On the holidays, Christmas, Thanksgiving, school graduation months. Oh, when I be doing like 8-10 cakes a day, your girl be like ping, 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 ping. Shoot. Mm-hmm. So yes, it's a lot of experience and practice. But thanks you guys for tuning in. I love doing some cake decorating, and I love doing it live as well. Normally I don't do it live because I be on like a time, constraint for customers and whatnot. But sometimes I do come live and let you see how I get down on my cakes, live. But make sure you guys like and share the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And don't forget, follow me on Facebook and IG. Tanya's Delights Slice by Slice. And on that note, stay safe, be blessed, have a wonderful Halloween. I'm about to turn up. I got so much candy. Anyway, y'all, I holla. Bye.